Right, good day once more, good people. Let us continue. Like the question still stands as solve for x, right? If 4x squared minus 1 is less than 0, right? Now, when I look at a question like this, I ask myself a question. What is it that the examiner wants me to see here as a student, for example, right? Now, the key feature in this exercise is the inequality sign. It is the what? The inequality sign. That's very important, right? Right? Now, the examiner knows that I am used to what? To equal sign, to an equal sign, not an inequality, right? So now, like with this now, like what the examiner wants me to do here, he is calling, he or she is calling for my what? For my critical analysis. He or she is calling for my what? For my what about like logic? Are you with me? That's very important, right? Okay, and other attributes I will show you, right? So how do I go about this now? Here, I look at what I have. I've got 4x squared. 4 is a perfect square. X squared is a perfect square minus. This is also supposed to be written as 1 squared, but we don't do it when we have 1. So this is also a perfect square. So here now, like in between these two perfect squares, we've got a what called like a negative sign. That is a minus, implying that we have what we refer to as the difference of two squares. The what? The difference of two squares. The difference of two squares. I'm going to write it like that. Right? Now, what do I do when I have a difference of two squares? Difference of two squares, don't even think about it. What you need to do, like, you just go in there, you put brackets, right? Brackets, right? First thing. Then, second thing, put different signs immediately. Don't even think about it. Put different signs. Then after that, now, like, you can what? Factorize. Like, you can, what do you call this? Like, factorize, yes. Then, 4x squared here becomes what? 2x. Then that, 2x. Then that, 1 this side, 1 this side. So, I've got this bracket and this bracket. Here, I didn't have a bracket here, right? Whatever entity that I had here, it's now, it has been split into two brackets, this bracket and that bracket, right? Now, with an inequality sign there. Now, what's going to happen here now, like what I'm going to do, right, is that I will say, okay, because this is not an equal sign, let me try and make sense of what I have. I will say, okay, if I take this, the first bracket, I just say to my mind, it's this. Then the second bracket, I write it there, this multiplied by what? That. Then which is less than what here? 0, for example. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What do I have here now? Like, it is this multiplied by that should give me a value that's going to be less than 0. Meaning that I should get a value that's going to be less than 0, a negative value then, and never a positive value. So you note that. So normally when I have an equal sign, I will say this bracket is equal to 0 or that bracket is equal to 0, right? Normally. But now, like it's an inequality, I'm not going to do that. What is it that I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I will say if this here, I go there, if I make this, for example, like to be positive, right? In order for me to get a value that is going to be what? Negative, that side, right? Then it means that now, like, I will either say this must be positive, right? And then that will be forced to become negative. Positive times a negative will give me a value that's going to be what? Negative, for example. That will be less than 0. I will take that. Or vice versa, I could make this one to be negative. I'm just making an example. If this is negative, therefore it means that will have to be what? positive. It means that it will have to be greater than 0, that bracket. So, okay, let's take this one for example. Yourself at home, you can do that one. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Let's go. Now, if I say to myself now like, okay, 2x minus 1, it has to be what? Negative. Therefore, it means that the whole bracket must be less than what? 0. Or 2x plus 1, the whole bracket must be what? Greater than 0. Can you see now? Less than. But here I've got a greater than. So that's what we do when we are working with what? With inequalities. That's very important. Note this part, it's very important. This is where majority of the students will be lost, but you are not going to be lost. Right? Let's go. Now here, this will eventually become 2x minus 1. I put something new on the left hand side, which is positive 1, less than 0. What is something new on the left hand side? It's positive 1. I put positive 1 that side. Therefore, I am left with 2x because negative 1, positive 1 gives me a 0. Then 0 plus 1 gives me positive 1. Therefore, I can just say here, let's say here now, this will be 2x divided by 2. If we eat fish on the left hand side, we must eat fish on the right hand side. Divided by 1 over 2. What we do on this side, we also do it on that other side, right? Now 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 2 once. 1 times x is x over 1. It still gives us what? X. Therefore, I'm left with x here. Less than 1 over 2, right? Positive 1 over 2. Less than positive 1 over 2. That's beautiful. I love this, right? I have solved this side. Let's go to the other side. The other side will give me 2x plus 1. If I want to kill positive 1, I kill it with negative 1. What I do on the left hand side, I also do on the right hand side. So, something new, it is negative 1. So, plus 1 minus 1 gives me 0. I am left with 2x this side. This will be greater than minus 1 that side. Here, 2x over 2 greater than minus 1 over 2. What I do on the left hand side, I also do on the right hand side. This once, 1 times x is x divided by 1, which gives me x is greater than minus 1 over 2, full stop. Right? Now, what then do I do now? Like once I have these critical values, then I draw a number line. I draw what? A number line. I draw what? A number line. There is my number line. Right? X, which is negative 1 over 2. X, which is positive 1 over 2. Now, here, x is greater than negative 1 over 2. I go to negative 1 over 2. Now, negative 1 over 2, I've got values on the left hand side, right? And I've got values that are on the right hand side. The values that are on the right hand side of negative 1, those are positive values. Then I draw here an open circle. Why do I draw an open circle here? It's because I have greater than. I don't have an equal sign. It becomes open. That set becomes open. So all the values that are going to the right hand side, right? This is what it means here. Now, let's go to the other side. X is less than positive 1 over 2. I also do the same thing there. There's my positive 1 over 2. Then I draw less than is to the left. There we go. Right? Now in this case now, like where do these graphs meet? These graphs meet in between here. Right? And then now like that other side, it does not hold true for this equation. This does not hold true for what we're asked to solve. Right? So this is what I have. Therefore, I write now like my values of x. My solution for this would be, I put x here. On that other side, x is less than what? Positive 1 over 2. But x is greater than what? Negative 1 over 2. Now, the examiner now will take me seriously now, like if I am able to do this. Now, to show the examiner that like I am not just an ordinary student, just to scare the examiner, I can even write this and say x is an element of what? This minus 1 over 2, positive 1 over 2 close. And then here, the brackets that I'm using, right? I am not using square brackets, because I've got inequalities as signs there. Therefore, this cannot be squared, that cannot be squared. This is how to solve this problem, like in this case, right? Right? Now, this is what I need to stress here, right? So, you must not be scared when you are given what? An inequality sign. You must not be scared, because the examiner knows that, like, you only know how to work with what? You know how to work with equal signs. Now, the examiner wants to bring doubt into your mind. Don't allow the examiner to confuse you. Are you with me? All that the examiner wants to see here, to see you do here, he wants to see you, if now, like, the knowledge that you have, can you apply your knowledge, right? Can you critically engage with your knowledge, right? That's what the examiner wants you to see in a question like this. I love this. This is beautiful. There are so many variations, right? There are so many variations, like, to do this type of whatnot, like, of calculation. I will call this one, like, say, method number 1, right? Then I will give you another variation, like, in the next class, just to show you how other students will solve something like this. Are you with me? Then there is also another third one. I mean, like, a third one. I can also show you the third one. Like, I'll see with, I mean, like, how time goes. But before I stop, I would like to thank everyone, right, who has shared my videos, right? I would also like, who've shared my videos, right? Who have liked my videos, right? And also I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those people, like, who have already subscribed to my channel. And I would also urge all those, like, who haven't yet subscribed to my channel to do so. I'll be greatly honored if you guys can do that. Right? Thank you very much. I will see you in the next class. Remember, maths is easy, maths is beautiful, maths is fun. Let us do this together, right? And we can. Thank you very much.